All I'm going to do is fire up the tractor and press that button. We're going to see the wheels take over, and the tractor is going to start driving exactly where the display is programmed to go.
How's it going? So what I want to talk about today is going to be precision ag guidance, and what I have behind me and in front of me is going to be some examples of John Deere's version of that. And so it's a lot more common than people think. It's a cutting edge technology that people are still talking about today and being developed. But a lot of people don't realize that after John Deere proved itself with some university testing in the late 90s, they released what they called AutoTrack to the market. And so that was done on a little GSD4 display like this, or more commonly referred to as a brown box. And so guys used this. Just by pressing a few numbers, they were able to get their tractors straight in the field with high accuracy, high efficiency, and been able to build on that ever since. And so today, it's a fact that 70% of acres farmed is done using precision ag. And so when you get to products like today, this is today's receivers, and displays are no longer really needed because they're built into the machines. You can tell that precision ag is here to stay. So what I want to talk about is just kind of show you what the inside of these machines look like, because not everybody gets a chance to do that. And to see how our farmers do this is quite amazing to me. So what I'm going to do is just put this on the tractor here, and we're not going to use this. And let's see how it goes.
Alright, so we're on the home screen of a tractor here, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up just a basic guidance line on here. So just to show you the basic setup, we're going to go into guidance, and we're going to set up a new track. And so basically this is a brand new tractor. It has never had anything on it before. This is the first time I've opened the door on this machine. I put a receiver on the roof, and we're setting it up from here. So we're going into new track, and we're going to set up a brand new track. Let's go ahead and we're going to do an A+B heading here live, and we'll figure out what that looks like. So shows us what the track name is going to be called. We're going to call this test. For your operation, make sure you use that field, and I do highly recommend you organize your fields like that. Alright, so here we go. We are being told by the display to set our A point, and so right here looks like a pretty good spot. We're just kind of sitting here in the lot, and we're just going to set an A point. And it's going to ask you to drive at least 10 feet. Keep in mind, the more you drive, the better chances that you're lining up with an existing row in the field. If you drive for a short period, there's a chance you could just be a little bit off, and just being a little bit off over 5 feet will translate into a big error. So you can see that little A point behind us. And so I've drawn well over 10 feet. We're going to set our B point, and there it is. There's our line. It's drawn a line. We're going to be done with it. Our track spacing right now is set to 30 feet. Let's go ahead and we'll go with that. And so here we just filled in another piece of the pie here, and what that's telling me is it's ready to go for AutoTrack. And all I got to do now is just press a little button down here, and we can see that go. So what that button looks like is just this one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and press it. And that's going to be when that AutoTrack engages on the display there. And then so now we are tracking on there. You can see on the display that it's correcting for an error already, which is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around, and then we'll use this line in the other direction. So here we are driving the machine, and I got the button right down here. And so what I'm just going to press this button. You'll hear a sound, and you'll just see the tractor go ahead and start acquiring that line. Okay. That is the tractor driving now on the line. And so you can kind of now see on the actual display itself that we are now perfectly on that line. Alright, so now that's pretty much all we can do on the actual tractor itself. So let's go ahead and see if we can find one of these out in the field. Driving by and I noticed this gem, a Caterpillar tractor with a John Deere receiver on it. Alrighty, so somehow I was able to convince Nick Moosey to talk to me today about AutoTrack. So hopefully I can find him around. I'm sure he's driving a tractor around somewhere. So hang tight real quick. Let's go find him. Hey Nick, how's it going?
Hey Jeff.
So what I'm trying to explain to people is why AutoTrack is good. Because most people know that, yeah, it actually just helps you drive straight in the fields, but what does that actually mean for you, your wallet, your business?
It's about efficiency, saving money, time, labor, fuel, and inputs, fertilizer, herbicides, pesticides. From start to finish, pretty much, I mean, we level the fields with GPS, so the water flows good. Make the furrows or the borders all on GPS, so you plant it straight. If you're putting drip tape in, you have to have it straight lines, otherwise it'll affect the drip tape.
Rips out of the ground.
And then planting, we plant everything with GPS. Some of it has variable rate, so if you slow down or speed up, the fertilizer will be applied at the same rate across all the acres. You don't get overlap with GPS like you would.
And so what does overlap do? Because really, I mean, how much are you overlapping? Just a couple inches?
Well, if they're planting corn and they leave it, we plant 15-inch spacing.
Yeah.
So if they leave 20 inches or 30 inches, you're losing a row of corn.
Yeah.
Every pass you make through that field.
And so once you times that out by hundreds of rows of corn, that's big money.
Yep. Exactly. And if you're overlapping, you're wasting fertilizer, wasting seed.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. And then cultivating, you can cultivate closer, faster, if everything's straight. Harvesting, yield monitoring, you can see if you have bad spots in the field or if you need to concentrate on.
Do you look at that data at the end of the year to try and find out where to
and
go?
Our customers, we'll do that for our customers if we're doing custom harvesting for them. They'll ask for it. It's it's an added service that we can offer our customers.
But back to like AutoTrack specifically, it all makes sense to use AutoTrack on drip tape, any kind of row crops where it has to be perfectly straight. But what about things that don't have to be perfectly straight? Because you guys work with hay a lot. Does that ever impact?
I mean,
it's not as required.
And even driver fatigue, you get tired trying to concentrate going straight all day. If you have a GPS, at least you can focus on other things, make sure you're doing a good job with everything else if you don't have to steer.
And that's something we read about in literature all the time, with operator fatigue, driver.
It's a big difference.
Does it really change?
The operators are happier at the end of the day. Yeah, when they have to drive perfectly straight all day, they get cranky, and it's a lot easier. And they can focus on the implements they're using. If something happens, they can watch it better.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thanks. So thank you for watching. This has been a cool experience for me to show you how AutoTrack works, how precision ag guidance is beneficial to people, and even better than me showing you how on a screen, we got to talk to Nick Moosey, who showed how it actually benefits his organization. So thank you for watching, thank you for learning. I see a WT60 cutting a field, and let's go ahead and finish the video out with that. But if you guys want to learn more about this, talk to the people that use it. Do some research online, and people are more than willing to share information about how it benefits themselves and the other cool things that they're doing to make their lives more efficient. So thank you guys.